Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kaito.
I didn't know we were recording, so I was looking down. I'm Levins.
This is a True Damage Productions podcast, and this is our first webcast of AmeetsV. Before we start, the reason why we're doing this before we start any Let's Plays is because we're still struggling, I'm struggling with money, and we don't have money to afford a new box, and Blitzbox hasn't gotten back to me on whether or not I can get another key for the software and the software itself. So, until then... What?
We got an email.
We have not gotten an email from 2Com. I'm assuming it's a bust and it's not going to happen.
That's fine.
Because their staff is slow. I should fix it. So what this means is we're filming an anime meets video game. That way we can talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's been buzzing around in the news, in case you're living under a rock, or in case you just haven't been paying attention. And we're also going to put links in the description to the articles that we cover, because, well, we have to cite our sources, otherwise we could get in trouble.
Yep.
But other than that, all smiles.
Alright, so, starting with, Project Diva just released a bunch of new images, and 8 new songs for Project Diva F for the PS Vita that comes out, I believe, the end of this month.
In Japan, though, right? Not
yes, of course.
Yeah.
Has there been a Vocaloid American release?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Crap. I wish
I'm
Odo was
sorry,
here.
not the end of this month, August 30th.
August 30th? Okay, so it comes out August for those of you looking to, I don't know, maliciously pirate it because it doesn't come out.
Well, hey, we haven't hacked the Vita yet.
We have not hacked the Vita yet. This
To my
is
knowledge,
true.
we haven't done that. And speaking of Vocaloid nudes, Miku just turned 5. She's turning 5, and because of that, they're releasing 2 new albums.
I'm not a Vocaloid fan, so I can't really say anything. I wish Oda was here because he is a Vocaloid fan, and he cares more about this stuff. So, you guys should tell him to return my text messages, because obviously if he does, then he'll be over here and he'll be talking about Vocaloid!
I just like it because of the character design. It's very interesting. Interesting concept. It's a software that makes music, but at a certain point, it's like, who's really making the music?
Yeah, I like the character designs, but I don't like them enough to want to be them or watch any of the videos, because while the software itself is interesting as well, I like the software. I don't...
But there's a lot of learning for that software.
Because of the voice databanks and everything, I'm just not able to get into it.
So, since we're on the subject of music, Megaman is having its 25th anniversary, and they're releasing a 10-disc collector's edition of soundtracks, and it's all stored inside of an e-tank.
Yeah, so, but remember, we looked at the price on that, and we freaked out. 14,700 yen, roughly $185. So, if you want it, you can get it September 19th, you're just going to have to pay for shipping. Which is probably going to take you to about $200 to $240. And one of the things the article doesn't say is whether or not the music is actually orchestrated or both, the original and an orchestration of it. And the other thing, the final thing rather, is there is no confirmed U.S. release date for this, so it's kind of like Capcom sticking their fist where it doesn't belong.
And music-wise, it's a collection from NES and PlayStation, from Mega Man's 1 through 6, a few from Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10, but they don't have alternate versions, so that's why I'm guessing why it's going to be so big, that they're going to give us one for each disc, or one CD per game, and it's going to be that music corresponded and then stacked in there. So
yeah, I really think it's going to be something like that as well.
So next, we've got Gundam Battle Operations. Namco Bandai's really said it's going to debut the end of this month, but there's a catch, people.
Yeah, what was once thought to be a free-to-play game is actually coming out, and they've worked a nice little system into it where it's very Farmville gimmicky, where you have energy that you spend in order to go into missions, and your energy replenishes on its own like one every 2 hours, like it does in Farmville, but you can also buy energy to do more things. So it's kind of, some people are calling it a scheme, some people are calling it a tactic.
call it what it is. It's just them trying to earn money off of a game that they're making for you that's free to play. The gameplay still looks great.
It looks great, and the game is still, in no way, the game is still free to play. The only thing is if you want some extra stuff or you want to play it more, you're going to have to pay a little.
Yeah, and the other thing we could say about this game is at least it's not Crossfire.
Yeah, not Crossfire.
So I just hope that the online play is as good as people are saying, and that it comes out cleanly.
It still looks good. If you pre-order or if you register, you do get 2 extra skins or 2 extra units day of launch. So there's that. If you want to go look that up. So next, a game I kind of like, Valkyria Chronicles. It's got a great cult following. It is now reduced to a web browser game. So Valkyria Duels.
We're not very happy about.
Nope.
You know what, Sega? To steal my heart and soul, you're doing it right. I mean, Neptunia is amazing. Neptunia MK2, I've heard nothing but great things. And Neptunia V, which we're going to talk about a little later, looks fantastic so far. You released Valkyria Chronicles on PS3, and it was awesome. I loved that game. Then you released 2 on the PSP. It still came out in America, but you released it on the PSP. And then we didn't see liquor hide of number 3.
Just
now you're putting it on a web browser.
Yeah. Yep. So.
What?
I mean, I would have liked 2 and 3 to continued on the PS3, and I mean later on they may have been able to do a, hey, let's do an HD remix like we've done with several of our PSP titles and port those over so you can have the full trilogy currently on PS3, and that'd be awesome. But now you're making it a web browser, so
yeah, I don't know what they're thinking.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're breaking my balls.
You write me a hard.
You're breaking my balls. You're breaking my balls.
I don't even. Yeah.
So, we're going to jump now to Nintendo. This news I know you're very excited about. Nintendo's acquired the rights to Fatal Frame.
Oh! Ever since Fatal Frame 4 was announced, it was like, is it going to come to America? Is it going to come to America? Grasshopper Studios, Nintendo, and the original developers of Fatal Frame. Oh, man, their name is escaping my mind, but I love all the Fatal Frame games. I played 2, and I played 3. I have not played 1. I've seen videos of 1. So I can't really call myself a true Fatal Frame fan, but I really do love the games and I really love the series. It's really the last surviving survival horror console games that are in existence.
And it's still survival horror.
Yeah.
Hey, Resident Evil started off as that. Now it's a third-person shooter.
It's a third-person shooter action game. The great thing is they've got Camera of Obscura, which I believe is coming out in America for the 3DS, which looked great. Chris Tang, a friend of ours, said he got his hands on the game. He really enjoyed it for what he played. And Fatal Frame 5 has also been announced, but we haven't heard really anything about it. We don't know if it's coming to America. I'd really like to see them revive that and bring it back to the States. I know the next games are coming out in Europe.
So so far the 5th installment, Project 02 Wii Edition, aka Deep Crimson Butterflies, Japan June 28th, and then Europe June 29th.
And even though it's
those are really close dates.
Yeah, even though it's a remake, I still really want it because Fatal Frame on the Wii is the most glorious thing that was ever conceived by human thought. Because I liked playing 2. I didn't like playing 2 in the same room as Shaggy and Steven, but I liked playing 2. I also really liked the fact that when I was holding a Wiimote, I was like, this needs to be a game on the Wii.
Think about it now with the Wii U.
Yeah,
it's even more
horrifying.
You have a camera.
Yeah.
It's almost as real as you can get, aside from being stuck in a horror house and being killed
with a real ghost.
So, hey, since we brought up the Wii U, Metal Gear Solid Wii U. You like the sound of that? Metal Gear Solid 5. Kojima has announced, and it's probably going to be on the Wii U.
What? Well, it's speculated. It would be really nice. I think it would be really interesting. They could do a lot of really neat things with the Wii U. I wouldn't mind seeing it on the PlayStation as well, still, but I'd like for it to come out on another console. It would be them going back to their roots, because Metal Gear was originally on the Game Boy for the Nintendo, if I remember correctly.
It was on Metal Gear was originally on the NES.
Yes, NES.
And then there was Snake's Revenge, which is Metal Gear 2, which was also on the NES. And then they made the jump to Sony.
Yeah, okay.
But recently, in the past few years, we have been seeing, hey, Metal Gear, we're gonna branch out to other consoles too, with the HD remakes being on PS3 and the 360, as well as the Vita. But on the Vita, you do not get Metal Gear Solid 2.
And then you had Twin Snakes way back when.
Twin Snakes on GameCube. There's a copy over there.
Nice.
Yeah. And then most recently with the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater to 3DS.
Yes, the 3DS. That is very, very true.
And then Revengeance, Metal Gear Rising, again PS3, 360. So we can't rule out that, hey, maybe on the Wii U. So again, some more Nintendo news. Two more. And this one's going to be not just Nintendo, but the broad spectrum. Wreck-It Ralph video game may be a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, it's very rumored right now that they're thinking about just producing the Wreck-It Ralph tie-in to Nintendo, and I think that's also actually a great idea. Consider this a fact, okay? You are a developer in a studio. You've been told to make a movie game, and you have to produce it in. You have to develop it in this amount of months, in like this many or this many months, right?
For this many things.
For like, yeah, this many systems. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work and
a lot of manpower.
A lot of games are not that good.
Oh no! Especially the most recent fiasco. We're gonna shout out to Angry Joe here. I don't know, and I'll probably put a link down there with his permission. Battleship, the game based on the movie, based on the board game. What? I don't even.
That's like Clue.
He said, if you ever have seen any of his reviews, that was probably the funniest and most excruciating one to watch at the same time, because of the fact that every level is the same, because of the fact that game is a 4-hour first-person shooter.
And
Battleship! First-person shooter!
And it was $60.
Yeah, and it was $60. Normally movie games are like $10, $20 off. But and I'm not even gonna quote the rest of his video. I'm literally gonna put a link in the description below, because honestly, you haven't seen it. It's a load of laughs. He's very funny. He's a great guy. You should subscribe to him. He's fantastic.
But again, back to the idea of, hey, you got to make it for one or two things now. So the game's gonna get a lot better, hopefully.
Hopefully a lot better with the focus towards one system. And that could be a good thing. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to put the same game on every console. Because for all I know, I think Battleship was only released on the PS3 and the 360. But yeah, that's a great rumor, and I hope it's true.
Just because of what can come later from it.
Yes. Because I want to see better movie games. I don't.
And then if people are trying to tie into the movies, the companies are going to spend more money to get the rights, meaning they're putting more money into the game because they want it to be successful. So the game should improve, hopefully.
Yeah, like one of the best movie games ever was Spider-Man 2.
I heard a lot of good rumors about the Avatar game.
The Last Airbender or the Avatar?
No, Avatar, James Cameron.
I heard a lot of good things, and I heard a lot of bad things, namely the 3D bad things. We're not going to talk about the 3D bad things. I don't like 3D.
No, I mean the video game.
Well, no, but the video game also had a 3D element to it.
Never heard of that part.
Yeah.
Who cares? Nintendo Direct returns tonight at midnight. So it's been 2 weeks since E3, and they're going to have a press conference tonight. They're going to cover a lot of what they didn't cover at E3 and some stuff still there. So Nintendo 3DS, Wii, DS products, all of that. So you can look forward to it. I'm really wondering what they can announce at this point. Maybe a price point, but that's hoping. That's like,
it's kind of like
you'll get that in August. You'll get that in August.
It's kind of like we've got this coin. Head says we're going to tell you the price point. Tail says we're going to leave you guessing until Tokyo Game Show. We will let you look at the coin. See? Heads, tails. When he goes to flip it, he switches it with one in his hand. That's both tails. Flip. It's tails. See? It's tails. It's tails. Okay, so we're not going to tell you until August.
No, he doesn't flip it. It's like flip. Oh, it fell in the gutter. Oh, tails.
Tails.
I can't say it. Hey, we'll just not tell you till October. That'll make all the parents happy.
I don't think the price point's going to happen until Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, but
because it's closer to the holiday season. I think they're going to delve into more about what the Miiverse is now that, because they didn't say they were going to talk about it, and they didn't talk about it pretty much at all at E3, which was a good thing. They're probably going to get into a lot about what their online play is going to be like, which I'm really interested in seeing. They might announce some things that they're working on. Doubtful, but it would be nice. There's certain things that we don't know that are left in the balance. Like, for instance, last year they announced the title Super Smash Bros. Strife. This year at E3, it was nowhere to be found. EA also came out last year and said that they were backing the Wii U 100%, but they're also nowhere to be found. So, but EA didn't jump ship because there was an interview I read with someone in EA, correct me if I'm wrong, I swear to God I saw this article, where someone in EA was talking to an interviewer and they were saying, no, we still support the Wii U and we're still going to do a lot of things with it. They just didn't have anything to show at E3. Now, I could be wrong. I could be recalling something else from a different developer about the Wii U, but I'm really interested in seeing what the conference has, but I'm not going to be able to stay up for it, so I'll probably find it on YouTube later.
All right, and I'm gonna be a butt and go 2 more topics. Okay, Diablo 3 online, patched. If you downloaded the game only, you don't have a disc, you don't have anything. You have to wait 72 hours to play anything more than Chapter 1.
Hey,
and it's capped at level 13.
Hey, Blizzard, you know that
Oops!
thing? You know that thing you like to do where you screw over your fans? Yeah. Stop it! Nobody likes that. Nobody appreciates you doing these things. You didn't. In fact, the auction house has been indefinitely suspended because they can't get it to work properly.
Yeah. This
fiasco happened. And Cataclysm ruined the game for most WoW players, which was terrible. StarCraft 2 has gotten great reviews, but some player receptions have said it's too easy.
I don't like that I have to buy the game 3 times. I'm going to spend $180 for StarCraft 2. Because, hey, look, I went and bought StarCraft. That has 3 chapters in it. Now I have to buy the chapters individually. Blizzard! No. No. Bad. Go to your room. Go to your room.
You know, in a year they'll release the battle chest for StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
And every person will say
we want reimbursement. No, because they still haven't released Part 3 yet.
Yeah, well, when they learn to count to 3 like Valve.
Ooh! But they can count to 3, it's just the protests are like 3 years away. Okay, and our last one, Team Ninja says, hey, Dead or Alive 5, no DLC characters.
That's the greatest thing I've heard all week. Even though this is like sort of old news, and trust me, this really is sort of old news. It's been reported on like almost every website for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not going to go the route of another developer. No, what? What did I say? I said nothing. The fact that they're not going to go the developers of the route of some other developers.
I'm looking for a title where I can go that one, that one,
yeah.
that one. Any Capcom title at the moment, because come on, Capcom. You're doing this a lot now. We're catching on. We've caught on. We're
Your business practices aren't fooling anyone.
But other people's
just stop it.
And other companies are starting to emulate you. And no. But yes, Dead or Alive 5, no DLC characters. I love that. Because hey, look, we know how to finish a game.
Yeah.
It's done. Here you go. Here's your game. You bought it. Here's all the stuff on the disc.
See, the thing that they're going to do, though, for DLC, they're not going to do DLC characters, but they're going to do DLC outfits and modes, from what I've been hearing.
So?
I think DLC outfits is a great idea.
There have been plenty of games there's been DLC outfits, like...
Yeah, but I still like it. I actually like it. I prefer it if they went the King of Fighters route and they did DLC outfits, but once you bought DLC outfits in the game, you could customize the colors of the DLC outfits.
Yeah, but there hasn't been a color editor in Dead or Alive.
No, there hasn't, but it would still be amazing.
Yeah, so... I'm sure it's... Dead or Alive 5, and it's going to be on both PS3 and 360.
I'm still going to only buy them on 360.
Yes, because that's what it's been on.
Yeah, and I'm a purist.
Well, if you're a purist, you should have stopped after Dead or Alive 2.
Shut up, Elliot didn't come out until 4. By the way,
actually, you can't even be a purist, because Dead or Alive 1 came out on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I can't. But anyway, by the way...
But you can play all of the Dead or Alives currently released on your Xbox 360, so there's that.
For those of you who don't know, unlike most of the males and most... Well, yeah, I believe most of the males that I know anyway, who play Dead or Alive, I play Elliot, who is a male character. I do not play a single female character unless I'm playing Christy. And I have to be in the mood to want to play Christy. And it's not the mood of seeing boobies, no, it's the mood of wanting to destroy my opponent so vigorously that he does not want, that he wants to cry after the fight.
So...
Yeah, whatever. You were playing that earlier.
Yes, it was. Hey, it's still a fun volleyball game. So, quick shout out to our figures. Race Queen Kanu. Oh my god, so lovely.
And my Nendo Hakwa that Joyce got me, because all I have been able to do right now is, you know, show figures that my girlfriend got me. I love my Nendo Hakwa.
It's a gift from Nick. I love you, Nick. Ninja Man.
Ninja Man, who's not here.
Man.
He's at work. Hold on. He's at work being a ninja security guard.
No, he may still be here. Let's see. 2. Nope, I can't see him. 7. Nope.
No, can't see him. I swear to God I heard a door shut, though, so I think he left.
I think he's over there still.
So...
I missed him.
We didn't get too much anime news. One of the things that I'd like to say before we go is Yuri Lowenthal was announced as Barnaby Brooks Jr. for Tiger and Bunny. So he's playing one of the main roles. Tara Platt was announced as Agnes. More announcements are probably going to be shown at the Viz panel at Anime Expo. And if you're not going to Anime Expo, hopefully I still am. And if I am, I will try and go to as many panels as possible and get as much information as I can. That way when I come back, I can tell you all about it. I'm actually really interested to see the Viz and the Funimation panel the most. So, there's not a lot of anime news right now, and it's pretty much because AX.
And
so,
we're between seasons.
Yeah, more between seasons, you're correct.
So, we just sat down and marathoned a lot of the new Lupin series. I really like it. It is a series about Fujiko. You have to remember that. It's in the title. So, stop being mad, people, that Fujiko's the main one on screen.
Yeah, at least you've seen Lupin, like, 3 episodes so far? 3
episodes so far.
3 episodes so far that we've been in anyway.
And we're at 5.
Yeah. And last but not least, Love, the anime, is going to be streamed on Crunchyroll. For those of you who have Crunchyroll accounts, this is a fantastic idea because I love the concept of Love, and I really want to see the anime. I have not gotten to play any of the games, and I'm really bad about that, but I just don't have time to play visual novels when I'm looking for a job, running this, and doing other stuff. So we're like super excited. I am, at least. I know somebody else who is. I think Mike is. He'll have to tell me. We're super excited about it.
Mike, tell us.
And we really hope next time we can have a guest on through Skype or actually in person. Shaggy's not here because Chris has to go pick him up from work. So we're gonna say,
I'm on my way, buddy. I'm on my way.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
You guys have
whatever time you do this.
Good afternoon, because I'm going to upload this tomorrow.
I don't know when people are watching. Have a good blank.
Yeah, have a good...
Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank.
Good,
it could be a later time. You could go to the bathroom. You may go have a good steak. Have a good blank. So with that, thank you and good night.
Bye, guys.
Good evening. Good morning.
London.
Practice safe sex.